So besides the post model, which of course is the most important model for this website, we also want to have authors. We want to have an author model, and we want to set it up as defined on this slide. Hence, back in the models.py file, we can add class author and extend models.model. And here, I now want to set up a first name, which is a char field with a max length of, let's say, 100. And basically repeat this for the last name as well. And then let's also add the email address. And for this, we could add another char field, since the email address is just text in the end. But conveniently, Django has an email field which we can use instead. And again, if we search for email field here to read more about that, we see that in the end, this is a char field which just automatically validates the input and checks if it is a valid email address. So when we later use the admin panel, we'll automatically get email address validation, which of course is very convenient. And if we would try to save data in the database, which is not an email address, if we would try to save such data through that model, it would fail. So this is now my author model, and therefore it's now time for our first relation. For this one-to-many relation which we have between author and post. Now you learned that you can set up one-to-many relations by adding such a foreign key field. So here I want to go to my post and add the author field here and set this to models foreign key. And that then allows me to point at the related model, which in this case is the author. This sets up this relation. Now we also want to add onDelete to make sure how Django and SQL should behave here if we delete an author which was assigned to a post. And in that case, we probably don't want to delete the entire post. So I will just say models set null to set the field, the author field, to null if we delete a related author. I also want to make sure that when we use the inverse of the relation for querying, we don't have to work with post_set, but with just posts. Therefore, I'll set up the related name here and set this to posts, so that we'll be able to pick an author and then query for the posts of that author if we wanted to do that anywhere. And that's the author model added and the first relation set up. Let's now work on the last model and the last relation.